Forced promo participation, a major beverage switcheroo, and bread that can legally be called bread? Get ready because Subway has a lot of big changes slated for 2024. While other fast food chains like McDonald's have seen continued success over the last few years, Subway has struggled. In late 2023, the company announced that it had finally gained positive growth for the first time since 2016, particularly notable after nearly a decade of challenges that led to the closure of thousands of stores. A year earlier, sales were reportedly struggling mightily, with some of the chain's competitors doing twice as well with a fraction of the number of locations. Even with those challenges, the company received an infusion of new energy in August 2023, when private equity firm Roark Capital shelled out over $9 billion. The firm took control of the Sandwich King with the hopes of achieving a big turnaround. Roark isn't going in blind, however. The business has experience in the restaurant industry, having previously purchased big stakes in Dunkin', Jimmy John's, and Arby's, among others. But one of the many difficulties for Roark will be overseeing a brand overhaul, despite Subway locations being franchised and independently owned and operated. Inevitably, this has left the firm with some big decisions to make moving into 2024, some of which were already being unveiled before the calendar year turned over. Before Roark Capital swooped in to try to save Subway, the chain was already making major efforts to reverse its previous poor fortunes. Even as it was hit by a major lawsuit involving the quality of its tuna, Subway announced new master franchise agreements in the summer of 2023, including a major deal to increase its footprint in China. This came just months after introducing a slew of new menu items, as well as new freshly sliced meats. Some of the bold new offerings in 2023 included a baked Lay's Footlong crisp, a 12-inch crispy sub at limited locations timed for National Potato Chip Day. There are many ways to get your food these days, from pickup and in-house dining to standard delivery and services like Uber Eats and DoorDash through your mobile device. During the pandemic, these apps saw an explosion in use, and nearly every fast food chain has since capitalized on the digital trend. With restaurant-specific platforms, customers can order food and get special deals. Subway is no different.
Nothing better than a sub.
In the past few years, the company has seen several important changes, including the addition of rewards points in 2023, which allows customers to earn discounts and free items with various purchases. Likewise, the Subway app will see another big shift in 2024. In April, the company announced that it would be doing away with the existing rewards scheme. Subsequently, Subway announced that changes to its mobile delivery system would feature a new rewards point system exclusive to the app. Subway also said it will be doing away with physical reward cards, and the app will eventually be replaced with an entirely new, updated version. Subway had something of a controversy in 2020 as the Ireland Supreme Court decreed the chain's bread wasn't really bread at all. Thanks to the sugar content exceeding local limits, Subway's bread was technically deemed a confection by local experts. In 2024, Subway decided to take a stand on the matter, doubling down on quality by introducing a new specialty flatbread that could be used with any sandwich on its existing menus. Announced in early April, this new offering is described as a lavash-style bread. There was no mention of whether this new flatbread would be available for a limited time or not. However, outlets like Food Business News say it is expected to be a permanent part of the menu for the foreseeable future. Thanks to the addition of Subway's new lavash-style flatbread, the restaurant now has the ingredients needed for a new style of sandwich wraps, crafted with inspiration from Middle Eastern cuisine. The 4 new wrap options provide a full serving of protein, typically reserved for footlong sandwiches in a 6-inch package.
Stay fresh out there with all new wraps from Subway.
First up is the home-style chicken salad wrap, made with rotisserie-style chicken. Next is the honey mustard chicken, a delectable chicken wrap that's doused in sweet honey mustard sauce. A third wrap, the turkey bacon and avocado, is loaded with crispy bacon and smashed avocado. Last is the Cali Caprese wrap, which is topped with roasted garlic aioli and Parmesan vinaigrette. Subway has long been known for its footlong savings deals, and in 2024, a big addition to that selection came in the form of footlong snacks. Introduced just after the new year, the debut of the new Sidekicks menu was a big hit right out of the gate. The 3 items, a footlong cookie, footlong pretzel, and footlong churro, were previously available on a limited basis, but are now here to stay. The company's president, Douglas Fry, said in a statement, "This whole new category on our menu offers Subway fans something they can't get anywhere else and kicks off a year of culinary innovation and delicious new menu items." Sandwiches and snacks aren't the only changes that Subway is making to its menu in 2024. Though it won't take full effect until January 1st, 2025, the chain announced in 2024 that its entire selection of drinks will be undergoing a total overhaul, as Subway makes a new alliance in the global war for cola dominance. Beginning in 2025, Subway will be swapping Coca-Cola brand products for the beverages of Coke's chief rival, PepsiCo. Subway also announced that it has renewed its deal with Frito-Lay, whose chips were already offered at most locations. Subway's president, Douglas Fry, said in a press release, "The partnership with PepsiCo is an exciting milestone in our journey to become America's favorite place to eat, drink, and work. It is a win-win for everyone, as it brings a delicious suite of beverage and snack choices to our guests." Making a restaurant chain successful goes beyond offering good food at good prices. There's also the matter of branding and marketing, not to mention the restaurant itself. If a store isn't appealing, clean, and tidy, customers may not be as inclined to go in and order the food. With Subway utilizing a franchise model where stores are operated by private owners, maintaining a consistent level of quality can be challenging. Bill Mathis, chairman of the North American Association of Subway Franchisees, told Restaurant Business, "You can't continue in this restaurant world and have stores look like they're 20 years old. People will stop coming." As a result, Mathis and Subway declared that older restaurants had to either update and remodel their stores or give up their franchises. While this is sure to rile some owners who may not want to make such a large investment, the company believes it's the right way forward if its effort to bring back customers is to be successful. Many foodies have probably noticed over the last several years that Subway locations have been trimming back the iconic $5 footlong deals.
So many footlongs
are just $5.
That's because of the franchise model that Subway uses. Independent restaurant owners have been getting squeezed by those deeply discounted deals as costs have risen, making them highly unprofitable. Because owners aren't contractually obligated to offer every deal and promotion that Subway makes available, more and more locations have been dropping the classic $5 footlong offer. All of that may be changing in 2024 as Subway seeks tighter control over its stores. As reported by the New York Post in December 2023, Subway's corporate managers have told franchisees to expect a major change in policy regarding discounted offers. In a notable shift, Subway will no longer make participation in those deals optional, forcing already struggling restaurants to make those less profitable items available whenever they're told to do so. While Rourke Capital may be making big moves to improve Subway in 2024, it's certainly not the company's first attempt at a turnaround. We've already seen the restaurant chain revamp its menu in 2023, but its attempts at major changes go beyond food. That same summer, it also introduced a different method of slicing meat, providing employees with slicer machines to improve both quality and speed while saving their franchisees money. Perhaps surprisingly, Subway covered the cost of the new machinery for all of its 20,000 stores, seeing it as a cost-saving investment that would uplift the entire chain. Unfortunately, that's not quite what happened. Bill Mathis told Restaurant Business, "We haven't seen any data that says these slicers have driven sales, driven customer counts, or profitability." Though Subway stands by the change, there have already been rumblings among franchisees that another swap of machinery may be necessary in 2024. A franchisee on Reddit even said the slicers have made sandwich making more difficult and expensive. If the company decides to make another change, the slicers may not stick around. Subway may have struggled over the past decade and shut down thousands of stores, but we've already seen something of a turnaround as the chain has begun adding locations in the last year. Well, it isn't just expanding in the United States. In 2024, the company will be focusing abroad with a major explosion of new locations across Europe. Also announced in March, Subway says it is partnering with an investment firm in Europe called the McWin Restaurant Fund, which is expected to be finalized midway through the year. When it takes effect, the two companies will kick off a bold plan to add locations in France, the Czech Republic, Luxembourg, and Belgium. The deal will allow McWin to oversee the construction and franchising of these new Subway restaurants, and it will also take control of the 400 existing stores in those countries. Those stores are planned to receive upgrades and remodeling. Like most restaurants, Subway is always looking at ways to improve, from new slicers to better bread. In Canada, 2024 will see a big change in menu offerings too, but it goes beyond sandwich selections or snack options. Now there will be a new variety of freshly sliced deli meats, including ham, turkey, pepperoni, and salami.
Subway, eat fresh.
Said to be available for a select group of Subway Series sandwiches, it's worth noting that the new meats may not be available at every location in Canada. Nevertheless, Subway says the products are the key to improving the Subway experience. Canadian Managing Director Courtney Hindorf said in a press release, "We're always looking for innovative, better ways to excite and entice our guests. We're thrilled to be the first major quick-service restaurant in Canada to offer freshly sliced meat to our guests, making each trip to Subway an even fresher, more valuable, and delicious experience." The change was also announced as pairing perfectly with the chain's newly installed deli slicers. Fast food chains love a good celebrity endorsement, whether it's a McDonald's collaboration with singer Travis Scott or Megan Thee Stallion's work with Popeyes. Subway did the same in 2021 with a campaign that featured Tom Brady, Steph Curry, Megan Rapinoe, and Serena Williams. In 2024, it's happening again, but this time NBA stars Scotty Barnes and Chris Boucher of the Toronto Raptors are getting involved in a new promotion for Subway in Canada. Unlike some campaigns, these celebs aren't just putting their name on a product or commercial. Instead, the two ballers helped develop new menu items that pay homage to their Caribbean roots, including Barnes's Jerk Spiced Chicken Rice Bowl, which will include banana peppers and rotisserie-style chicken. Boucher's Jerk Spiced Steak Rice Bowl brings together steak, cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, cucumber, and crispy onions combined with jerk aioli. Barnes said in a statement, "When you think jerk chicken, you think of spices like chili peppers and allspice, which really come through in Subway's Jerk Spiced Chicken Bowl, which pairs perfectly with the other bowl ingredients."